private lending is all about, does the property make sense? And do we think you have a relative chance to make money on the transaction? Because we don't want to set someone up for failure.
No, not at all.
In the pre-show, you were talking about a race to the bottom on the media side.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what's happened since, when I formed B2R with Blackstone 10 years ago now, we began institutionalizing some of the lending in the industry. And it's kind of like you look, then there was this period of really cheap money where flip money got down to, sometimes it had a 7 at the beginning of the interest rate.
We were doing 7.99 for months.
Yeah. I mean, and when I first started buying houses 20-something years ago, a good loan from the bank was 9.25. Hard money was 18.2. Mm-hmm. So you had this like really rapid descent because, not to get nerdy, but I'm a geek, the space became really liquid. There was so many people with a lot of money chasing it that you could make a loan at 7.5,
right,
and still make 2% a month spread because you could go borrow money at 5%, pretty easy, like really easy actually. And so now you've kind of seen, I think, companies like Capital Fund One, like us at Ternus, because we're the same way, no appraisal, no credit check, in-house underwrite. We'll close tomorrow if it's a good deal.
Exactly.
And actually, you have the money to pay the interest.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird part. But
foreign concept.
But we don't negotiate our rate and points. Like, it's just like, no, I mean, we're like kind of, somebody said you're putting the hard back in hard money. The National Association of Private Lenders doesn't like that, but private lending is all about, does the property make sense? And do we think you have a relative chance to make money on the transaction? Because we don't want to set someone up for failure.
No, not at all. I mean, our best borrowers are the ones that don't have to use us. Right. We just help them grow their business. We're not trying to, of all the loans that we do on a monthly basis, our whole goal is to have you come back 100 times. Because again, we're making a couple $1,000 for a loan fee. It's not like we're cleaning up shop. We have a 1-point fee, so we want you to come back 50 times. So we're not going to get rich off of you doing $2,000 loan fees.
Right.
Well, and that's one thing that's I think we've said it pretty much at least every other podcast we've been on or interview we've been on, is like with lenders, your goal is to make money on the money. Your goal is not to make money on the house. And I think with newer investors specifically, there's always this kind of contentious relationship with lenders because they're like, oh, they just want the house. It's like, I can promise you they don't. Because, like, I remember the early days, and I'm not going to say his name, but the guy that you got me in 2002 that screwed you over and then screwed me over.
It was a trend.
It was a trend. But anyway,
every city has them.
But one of our buying strategies was go in and into the hard money lenders once a month and be like, hey, give us your foreclosure list. And the reason we do that is because they don't want to sell that. They don't. Right. They're not professional. Well, they're professional real estate companies, but they don't want to be in the houses. They want to make money on the paper. Exactly. And I think my point to all that is the fact that you shouldn't be contentious with your lenders. You should look at it as a partnership, because if you lean on you guys, like you're not gonna get better terms, but it's gonna be an easier relationship and an easier flow of I don't know where I'm going with
frankly,
this,
if a guy like me that's bought well over 1,500 houses personally tells you, I think you're overpaying for that, listen. I mean, pay attention. Like, if I don't want to make money with you on a transaction, there's probably a reason.
For sure. We've had many of those conversations where people get upset, they get frustrated with us. They're like, I can't believe you're doing this. I'm going to make so much money on this. Something goes wrong. 6 months later, hey, Zach, I should have listened to you. I, lost my shirt, went with this other lender, gave me 100% financing, and I can't sell it. Can you refinance it? It's like, do you got 25% to bring to close? I wish you the best of luck. Listen to us next time.